Hello everyone. For my first video of the day, I'm going to be reviewing the Majin Buu saga for Dragon Ball Z. And of course, all of you know by now the intro, so I'm not going to waste time on that from here on out. And if you're new to this channel, I'll say probably once every 3 videos and go from there. But like for the show, let's do it. So to describe the Majin Buu saga, there were different types of Boos in the saga. There was the evil Buu that was skinny, and people don't know where he came from, but he basically just ruined people's lives from the very beginning. Then we see the other Boos after he generated the other Kais, and his personality became nice and everything, but he was still a jerk to a certain extent. And the final forms of the Buu, he was just a full-on asshole from the gate. That's all I can say about that. And this saga was more serious than the other ones, because Buu could have ended the Earth and universe just like that if he wanted to. But he was locked away, and he was brought by this wizard. And after he was brought back, basically countless cities were destroyed. A whole bunch of lives were gone. Earth had no people on it. And the Z fighters were kind of screwed to that extent as well, because Buu in his later forms just took all the Z fighters, absorbed them, and they were just gone. Even women and children weren't even safe at all. That's how, Buu was just a complete a-hole most of the time. And I will basically describe certain key parts, because if you haven't seen the Buu saga of Dragon Ball Z or any of it, I don't want to ruin the fun. And it's on YouTube, and it's 8 full hours. I know it's a lot, but I just finished watching it today, and it was amazing. Because of course Buu, he was a total a-hole, but his good half finally ended the conflict with teamwork. And the storyline for it was really dark. A lot of people lost their lives. And the wizard who brought him out, he was done, and Vegeta was affected to a certain extent. Goku was there for about a day. Because if you've seen Dragon Ball Z saga at all, any of them, you see he made the ultimate sacrifice against a certain enemy. And he was up training for 7 years. And I believe this one came after the Cell Saga. So, if you've seen the Cell Saga, then you'll understand the references. And Gohan was seen different at school, for him in high school. And one of the girls, which was Satan's daughter, she eyed the crap out of him and wanted to find out what was going on. So once she found out, she kind of grew out of feelings for him after what went down during the tournament, during the main battle, and after the end. So those two became a thing, which I was happy to see. And we understand the dire of this situation. When something happens to the Earth, and the Z fighters who came together came up with a plan, especially Vegeta, since he came up with the plan pretty much to stop any more planets from being destroyed, people being killed, and frankly, Buu was made for destruction. He barely had any personality. But the good version of Buu did some good. At least. The other version of him, that's not the case. And after the bad Buu was taken care of, the good Buu was seen as a good guy, and he wasn't seen for 6 months. And Shinron helped out with that case. And as for the ending of the saga, it made me smile to a certain extent, because it teaches all of us, if we're in crappy situations, dire or not dire, there's hope at the end of the tunnel, and those problems can be solved. So, and to conclude this, and if you're new to this channel and want to help out with the cause, my channel is at History Buff 2.0. You can't miss it. And I want to say thank you to all the people that sub to this channel from the very beginning, from up to now. So I really want to say thank you for the love and respect and support that this channel gets. I'm really grateful, so thank you. Comment down below, like, share, all the good stuff. And I'll see you on the next one.